not the front.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. This month, as Roka said, is Blindness Awareness Month. And we often look at persons who have vision and how we care for our eyes. But what about persons who are already blind or visually impaired? We are doing a twist on this segment where we focus on technology for persons who are blind and visually impaired to quote unquote see. So today I have the IT instructor of the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association, Kerryn Gunness, who is here to talk about Love Your Eyes. That is the theme for this year's Blindness Awareness Month. So good morning, Kerryn, and I would start with my first question. This year's theme, Love Your Eyes, focuses on valuing vision health. But what does the message mean to people who are already blind or visually impaired?
Good morning, everyone. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, I am hearing you clearly. You can go ahead.
Am I audible, Shamla?
Yes, you're hearing me?
Okay, I'm hearing you good, but you are hearing me, right?
Yes, you can go ahead. Go ahead. You're live.
Okay, good. Okay, well, loving your eyes, I mean, important because the persons who are visually impaired, still needs to take care of your eyes because you never know what kind of conditions are developing due to hereditary conditions and genetic conditions and so on. And of course, persons who are totally blind, well, you're totally blind already, and still love your eyes because I would always say, you don't really see with your eyes, you see with your mind and your brain. So that's a whole different topic for itself, Shamla. Because you love your eyes, they take care of your eyes, but sometimes when your eyes are not functioning, you have other parts of your senses that functions effectively, which we'll talk about today, I'm sure.
Definitely. And I guess you being somebody who's blind knows about this. So how is Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association using technology to raise awareness and empower its members?
Okay, so we at the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association believe in education and empowerment. So we are using, the various assistive technology tools that we have, or which we promote in our classes because we have IT classes, to raise awareness to persons, to encourage persons to come to our classes, to encourage persons to be a part of our learning environment so that they can become valuable assets of society. So we normally would go on workshops, we would go on awareness programs and demonstrate the technology. I would come on programs like this, one in particular, to demonstrate and talk about technology. The objective is letting people know because a lot of people don't know. We cannot blame someone and say, "Oh, you're supposed to know this if they never heard of it." So we are out here telling you all about the technology. We are demonstrating, we are talking about it, we are expressing its benefits.
So can you share an example of how the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association or its members are using tools, assistive
Something
technology
dropped.
to learn, work, and be more independent?
Is it possible? Can you repeat the
Yes,
question?
sure.
Some
Sure.
internet drop.
Can you share an example of how the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association or its members are using assistive technology tools to live, learn, and work more independently?
Yes, we have lots of examples. We have persons who are trained in schools, persons who are young children who went to schools, primary schools, secondary schools, and using technology and were very successful. We have persons who are working. We have persons in the Nales Library. We have persons in credit union. We have one girl that is in the San Fernando PSCU credit union, right close to us here, and she's totally blind. She uses the technology to be effective at her work. We have persons who are doing engineering, we have persons who are doing studio work, IT work, and all different sorts of work. Even persons who are in school, SAMS, university, CTS college, So in the education arena, in the employment arena, even in the recreation arena, because to play a game, to go on social media, to chat with your friends, to make a phone call or two, to lime, as we say in Trinidad and Tobago. So it is growing. It is growing the benefits, the inclusion, the level, and that is all good, and that is all the objective we want to achieve.
So accessibility often depends on awareness. What more can we do as society to support equal access through technology?
I think we could continue to promote the technology, continue to promote the benefits of the technology, and bigger level we probably the government could probably get on board and assist and subsidize certain form of technology because that are beneficial but very costly. And they're listening to us out there. You could probably chat with us and so on the blind welfare, and we could probably collaborate with you all, and we could have things going because I mean we have different hardware, software, and so on that are costly and can be of some hope to us.
Definitely. So looking ahead, how do you see technology continuing to shape inclusion and opportunity for persons who are blind and visually impaired in Trinidad and Tobago?
All right, nice. So as after COVID-19, you have lots of services, you have lots of restaurants went online and so on. You pay bills online and things like that. So a lot of um, these day-to-day activities went there. So a lot of persons use these services, but it is not accessible. Meaning, I as a visually impaired person, not able to access the services online via the website or the app, just like somebody who is quote unquote fully sighted. So you have job opportunities in web accessibility testing will be a great asset or a great part to play going forward. Um, Using artificial intelligence in our daily lives, in our productivity life, in our jobs, and so on, will assist us. Even using the greater or the more developed AI gets, AI was not actually created for us, persons who are blind or visually impaired, but it is what you call what I would say universally included because we could just we using the AI and we being it is working for us. Like for example, the Be My Eyes app. It's a free app that comes with both Android, iOS, and even Windows now. I'm not sure if it's available for the Mac, but it gives you great independence. You're able to describe the images, you're able to describe your environment, you're able to describe text, read text, and so on. And then you have different apps that are developing that have the AI features that can give visual. You could just turn on your camera and ask what is in front of me, and the AI will be repeating what is in front of you. When you pan your camera around, same thing. So you get a visual description. So the level of inclusion is such a big thing. I anticipate greatness and even better on that level.
Definitely. So how persons can get in touch with the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association?
Okay, so you can call 305. Uh, huh. Just let me get yes, no, 395 3086. Okay, yes, it's 395 3086. 1868 395 3086.
Thank you very
Or
much.
you can contact me at 375307. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So in pattern, can you what advice would you give to persons who interact with persons who are blind and visually impaired, and in terms of, I guess being inclusive and accepting person, knowing that we are all human beings?
Exactly. So I will say, yes, correct. I would say just ask if you meet up someone who's blind or visually impaired, just simply ask, how can I help you? Don't grab their hands to cross them. They assume that they want to cross the road. Don't talk them or notch their elbows. Ask them gently, hi, morning, can I assist you? Simple as that. And once you are polite, I mean you don't have to have training for that. There's simple politeness, right? That goes a long way. And they will answer yes or no, and they will tell you what is needed. whether crossing a road, whether to read a sign, whether to guide them to a store, all these things, simple. You see, a lot of times we look at the bigger stuff, we think too high. But simple politeness and respect and courteousness will go a long way. And a lot of persons who are listening, we are part of society just like you. We are inclusive. We want to be part of, contribute to society just like you, and pay bills and so on. When go in the mall, take a walk in the street, go to the beach. All these things, because it creates a level of inclusivity, and it's not only technology; it's generally as well.
Great, that is great advice in closing. So, Kerryn, as I
Mhm.
always, it's always a pleasure having you and for you sharing your knowledge and
Thank you.
also the great work that Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association is doing. So, thank you so much, Kerryn, once again.
Of course, you're welcome, Shamla, and
No
thanks to
problem.
everyone who listened and looking at this morning.
So, guys, with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to this week's segment of Unique Not Different. As I always say, be good, do good. Bye, everyone.